Hello and welcome to Data Religion's BigQuery ETL Foundation Video 1. Unstructured dates can be nightmarish during any ETL operation. In this video, I am going to show you some primary and essential tricks that will get you started with ETL operations. You are going to learn working with dates loaded as string, working with multiple date formats in a single data column, normalizing dates to a single acceptable format, and parsing dates of different formats. Let's get started. So here we are, right on the BigQuery Explorer interface. We will create a table that has the date problems and run all our date normalization operations on that table right here. The table will be created by an SQL query, a standard SQL query to be very specific. And the table will be stored in the ETL dataset. The ETL dataset is here. To save time, I'll just copy and paste the query here. I am creating a table called cakeshop inside ETL dataset. Cakes are my favorite. So that's why I brought this example of cakes, and you can see that it's a simple table, two-column table, where we have the item and there is a delivery time, where we are taking a date time format, which is an incorrect date time format, and we are taking the taking different item names like sugar, flour, tea, butter, cocoa, essence, cherries, tutti frutti. What else is required to make a cake? If I missed anything, let me know. There are different delivery times recorded against each of the item names. Here you can discover at least 3 types of date format. Here is one type of date format. Here is another type of date time format. And here is another type of date time format. It's all jumbled up. So our target is to create a table using this jumbled date time format. Extract the date, extract the time, parse date, parse time, and then recreate the date time format in the proper way. So let's run the query first. Okay, so you can see this feedback. The statement created a new table named cakeshop. Let's go to the table. The delivery time has been passed into the table as string. And so the item name. Items are names, so they are valid string candidates. But this is not a valid string candidate. Let me look at the table here. So here is my table. Sugar, tea, cherries, cocoa, tutti frutti, flour, butter, essence. And see all the date formats, all the date time formats. It's all jumbled up. Now before parsing the dates, we have to tell BigQuery in the very first place that these are dates. We have to write some regular expressions that will extract the date from the date time format, and we'll tell BigQuery, okay, this is now ready for parsing. So we have to identify the dates here. Currently, there are no ways that BigQuery can identify that these are dates. These are just some string literals. So let's start a query on this table, cakeshop, in new tab. See, the table information has already been pre-appended into this query. So I'll just push it below. And let me remove the limits. It's not required. We have just 8 rows in our query. And let me first go by pulling all the columns from the query and then try to extract the date. I'll be calling the regex extract formula in BigQuery. I hope you have basic understanding of regular expressions. Even I'm not a champion, but I get by. So I'll call regex p. When I write regex p, see, these are the options that BigQuery is giving me. Then you get regex extract. We will use regex extract. So value, regex, position, occurrence. So I'll take you through all this. What is my value? Value is my column name. My column name is what? Delivery time. So let me start writing delivery time here. See, BigQuery is giving me suggestions for it. Let me remove this part. We will be using raw literals convention for regular expressions here. Just say R and then start your regular expression. So what do we have in the table? Look at the first date or this date. There are 4 digits, a hyphen, 2 digits, a hyphen, 2 digits, a hyphen. Let me see if we can match it. The simplest way of writing it is take the third bracket, 0 to 9, identifying the digits. You can do it like this as well by shorthands, but for ease of understanding, I am doing it using the digits. 0 to 9 identifies a digit and we have to tell BigQuery how many times that occur. So in the table, for the year, it's occurring 4 times. This is how we tell BigQuery it's occurring 4 times. Then there is a hyphen. There is a hyphen here. There is a hyphen here. So we have to tell BigQuery there is a hyphen. Hyphen. But only the hyphen will not work because I have to escape this hyphen to tell BigQuery it's a string literal. So I'm doing a backslash here. Then the same thing, there are 2 digits, hyphen 2 digits. Same pattern. And let's copy and paste, repeat it. You have to close the query here. So we have written our regular expression and let's give it a name. So let's run this query and see what happens. So a quick recap of the query. By giving star, select star, I am calling all columns and then I am trying to add another column here by extracting the date format, the first date format. So let's see what happens. We have been able to extract here, here, here and here. 4 date formats we have been able to extract. In the cases where we have not been able to, the dates are written in different format. So we have to write separate regex for this. So let's write another regular expression to identify the dates that are written in a different format. For now, let's deactivate this line and let me copy the whole thing. And we have to change this regex here. And we will call it parsed date 2. So what will be the regex? Let's go to the table and let's try to grab this button. So 2 digit slash 2 digit slash 4 digit. So same way, 0 to 9 to this escape character and the slash. Again 0 to 9, 2 occurrences, escape the slash, and then 0 to 9, 4 occurrences for the year. Okay, so BigQuery is telling me that this query will process 232 bytes. So let us run this. Well. It has been able to grab only this format. Others escaped this regex. Why? Oh yeah, because we have a 0 here, this is 2 digit, this is single digit. These dates start with single digit. So we have to do something so that none of the dates can escape this formula. Okay, so what do we do? Simple. By regular expression, you tell BigQuery there can be 1 digit but not more than 2 digits in the beginning. So this is a valid query, and let me run this. Great. So we have been able to grab most of the dates here. But see, the challenge is I am writing two queries, either or. How do I write the dates in a single regular expression or in a single column? How do I do that? In order to identify all date formats using a singular statement and parse them in BigQuery into date format, we will be using the case statement. There are straightforward ways of doing it via a single regex formula as well, but that might be very complicated and we will try to avoid that. Case statement is a very nice way of passing conditions into BigQuery, and we will use that. So let's have a quick look at the case statements in BigQuery. It's generally like this: case when condition 1 is met, then something. When condition 2 is met, then something else. End. That's it. So this will be the syntax. Let me pin it there. So let's write the case statement. To save time, I have pre-written it. I've written a single statement. Of course, the case statement will take some more statements, some more conditions, but I'll go step by step. So case when regexp contains. Now there is a change. Initially we did regexp extract because we have just been extracting the date from the date time. But here we are passing a condition to Google BigQuery that if the regular expression matches a certain pattern, then parse the date in a certain pattern. If my regex is this format, that 4 digit hyphen 2 digit hyphen 2 digit, then I am telling BigQuery to accept the first 4 digit as capital Y, means it's year, then the next 2 digits as month, and the next 2 digit as month as date. And then so we will use a substring function here. So we will just bring out 10 characters from the deliveryTime substring. Let me explain it here. 4 digits, 4, 5, 7, 8, 10. Total 10 characters here. So we are telling BigQuery that we have to extract 10 characters from the deliveryTime. And how do we parse it? If it matches this format, that year, month and date format, BigQuery should parse it in the same fashion. Year, month, date format. And then end as parse date. So let's first run this. Great. In the column, we have 4 matched dates which have been converted to date format. If I write this into a table now, this is just the result. If I write this into a table, you will see that this is no longer string. This is date. Okay. Now let me pass my second condition so that this format date is also understood by BigQuery. Like the previous one, I have pre-written the statement, and here is a change. Let me explain why this change was necessary. So this part is pretty much similar, only except the fact that the digit structure is very different. The character structure is different. So I'm defining it by Google BigQuery, which I've already defined here. So I'm not taking the pain of explaining it again. Then parse date, you understood why. And here it's different because identification format is different, because here we have to identify dates that are written in this format. Month, 2 digit month, 2 or 1 digit month, 2 digit day, and then 4 digit year. So we are doing the same thing here: month, date, year. And then this statement. Now this is very different from this one, the substring format. This is very different from the substring format. I am not using the substring format here. I am just using a regex extract. Why? Because substring will no longer work here. Because substring is more definitive. I knew that I had to take out 10 characters from here. So I passed the substring. It was the easy but not a very accurate way of working. But I still did it for the ease of operations. But here I have to go the proper way. So if the date matches this format, then parse date. This is the identifier and on which it will be applied. For that I am doing regex p extract. So I'll pull out that portion that has to be converted into date. So this formula you are already aware. I'm doing exactly the same thing here. Regex p extract here, delivery time this. So what I'm telling BigQuery here, extract the date part from the date time. Here is your identifier on how to parse it into date format. And when will you do it? Here is your condition. End as parse date. See, BigQuery is telling this query is valid. So let me run it. Right. We have been able to parse all the dates into a singular format from a very unstructured way of date inputs. So a quick recap again. We are extracting certain characters from this date time format. And we are telling BigQuery these are dates written in string format, parse them into date format using these conventions, using these identifiers when a specific condition, these specific conditions are met. The only thing that is pending now is writing this result into a table where we can validate that our query has been able to extract the date and time and parse them into the correct date and time format. So let me write this, append this statement here, create table, etl is my dataset and cakeshop 2 as let me bind the query inside a square bracket, and that's all we need to do. Let me run the query now. Table cakeshop 2 has been created here within the ETL dataset. Let me open it. Now look at the schema of the table. See, parsed date that we extracted has been written into the new table as date. Parsed time that we extracted has been written into the new table as time. Our original source table had every column in string format. Here is a preview of the table. These two were my original columns and these are the new columns that we have already seen has been added as date and time format. So that's all there is we have for this video. In the next video, we will show you how to construct a date time from the extracted date and time in the cakeshop 2 table. Till that time, have a great time, learn BigQuery, give a like on my channel and press the bell icon. Thank you.